a little core workout for the holidays. So we're going to start with toe tap. So I want you to bring the pelvis into an imprinted position, low back towards the floor, legs up into tabletop. You can either leave the head down with the arms down by your side, or put your hands behind your head. Bring the head and shoulders up into flexion, eye gaze, mid-thigh. Take a breath in. As we breathe out, lower one toe towards the floor. Breathe in to draw it back. Breathe in out to lower. Breathe in to draw it back. Keep going. Breathe in. Breathing out. Breathe in. So as we're lowering the toe towards the floor, make sure we keep the pelvis in an imprinted position and that we're not rocking the pelvis like this, backwards and forwards. That's it. Keep the flexion with the upper body. Drawing your tummy button down towards the mat. Rib cage drawing closer towards your hip bones. We do 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs together into double toe taps. Breathing out to lower. Breathe in to come back. So really think of engaging the core muscles when we're lowering the toe towards the floor to keep that pelvis in an imprinted position. Do 2 more. Last one. From there, lower the head down, feet on the floor, let the legs away, flex the feet, arms overhead into roll up. Take a breath in. As we breathe in out, and rolling all the way up, you can help yourself up by pulling yourself up on your thighs if you need to. As we breathe in, start the rolling back, breathing out, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inside thighs, get that low back on the floor before we return the pelvis into a neutral position. Take a breath in. As we breathe in out, slowly peel the spine off the floor. Keep the spine in a C curve, reach the fingers towards your toes, get a little stretch through the back of the legs. Take a breath in, squeeze the bottom, pulling tummy button in towards the spine as we're slowly rolling the spine back down to the mat, vertebra by vertebra. And we do it one more time. Breathing in and out. Reach fingers towards your toes. From there, lengthen the spine up, bend the knees. Weight is just behind your sitting bones. Feet are off the floor, hands behind the knees, into roll like a bull prep. So as we breathe in, we're lowering down towards the floor. Breathing out, keep the curve in the spine. Breathing in to lower. Breathing out, coming up. So try and make the movement nice and smooth. And the spine should not change shape. Keeping chin tucked in towards the chest. Breathing out, coming up. We'll do it one more. Breathing in to lower. Breathing out to come up from there. We're going to roll all the way down, keeping the legs up in tabletop. And we're going to go into single leg stretch. Breathing in, breathing out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. Keep the pelvis in an imprinted position. Hug that knee into the chest and really pull up the front of the thigh of that extended leg. Keep the flexion going. Shoulders down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into obliques, hands behind the head. You can have the feet on the floor if you want to. Coming up, pass through the middle. That's it. So think of drawing your shoulder towards your opposite knee, sort of your elbow. It will help avoid pulling on the neck. If you want to, you can come down between each oblique rotation, or stay up. Do 2 more, keeping the pelvis nice and still. From there, lengthen down, Straighten the legs, hands on the side of the knees. Take a breath in, breathing out, coming up. So you can have the head on the floor if you want to, if you're feeling straight in the neck. Take a breath in for scissors and out. Breathe in and out. In and out. So think of trying to lengthen both legs away from each other on that second pulse. Pelvis and imprint. Belt around the waist, that pelvic floor is lifted. So try and keep the legs as straight as possible. A good stretch through the back of the leg. Do one more. Bring the legs in, head and shoulders down. Cross the legs at the ankles. We're going to go into rollover prep. Pelvis in an imprinted position, pelvic floor lifted. Tummy button drawn into towards the mat. Take a breath in and out. Keep going. So reach the feet or the toes towards the ceiling. So try and take the legs straight up instead of going back overhead. Try and avoid pushing down too much through the hands and the forearms, and try to stay nice and open across the front of the chest. Do 3, 2, 1, and finish. From there, let's go into teaser. One leg straightened, arms overhead by your ears. We'll do 2 on each side. Take a breath in, breathing out. Coming up, reach fingers towards your toes. As we breathe in, lengthen up through the spine. Try and straighten the spine, arms by your ears. As we're breathing out, reach fingers towards your toes, rolling through that imprinted position. Lengthen the spine, head down. Take a breath in. Breathing out, reach fingers towards your toes. As we lengthen up through the spine, nice length through the back of the neck, shoulders down, lowering all the way back down, arms overhead. Other side, take a breath in, breathing out. Breathe in, lengthen up, breathing out. Just someone's punching you in the stomach, scooping out the abs, roll all the way back down. Last one, take a breath in, breathing out, curving forwards. Breathe in, shoulders down, lengthen up through the spine, through the neck, and out. Rolling all the way back down. Brilliant. From there, onto your fronts. Onto all fours, spread the fingers wide, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, toes are flexed, into leg pull front. Take a breath in, tummy tight, breathing out, lift the knees off. Take a breath in to stay, breathing out to lower. Take a breath in, breathing out, keep the shoulders nice and strong as we're lifting up the knees. Take a breath in there, and lower. From there, we're going to lift, alternating each leg. Take a breath in and out. Keep the tummy tight. Take a breath in, lift one leg up, out, place it down. Keep the shoulders nice and strong. Core is engaged, tummy tight. Really think of tightening that corset or that belt around the waist. Do one more on each side. Last one. Take a breath in there and out. Lower it down. Come onto your side. Elbow underneath your shoulder. Hand behind the head. Legs are straight, so think of a nice long straight line. Feet flexed. Take a breath in. Push up into side plank. We're going to just lower the hips and lift. Lower the hips and lift. Lower the hips. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And keep hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Swivel around to the other side. Nice long straight line. Tummy engaged. Pelvic floor lifted. Shoulder. Elbow under the shoulder, hand behind the head, lift the hips up and slightly lower and lift, lower and lift. So really working the oblique muscles as well as your core, and also keeping that support shoulder nice and strong. Do 2 more. Good. And hold this one. 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. And we're all done. Well done.